Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into a market health checkup today, okay? Once again, thank you for your support. Big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, this is total market cap, and I do cover this with you from time to time, just a zoomed out look on the markets, a condensed view of all the cryptos, basically, Even if Bitcoin's rolling over and it's correcting, or Ethereum's rolling over, or Ethereum's going up, or whatever, they all can't do it in sort of tandem. So you do tend to look at this particular ticker, okay? This chart is the total market capitalization for crypto. The ticker is total. There are two other tickers. One is total 2, which excludes Bitcoin, and one is total 3, which excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, and pretty much the charts are very, very similar. But for me, the total is really important, and this is why it's been part of the market health checkup since we corrected down here, and if you refer back to those particular videos as well, I did say to you that, essentially this is a really important trend line right here. This trend line, since we load out in March and we've come up, hold it, come up, overextended, held it. Right now we've come up again and we've come back to its support, held it. Okay, so this is really good. This is really strong. For me, if you do see crypto come up in, because this is what everyone is expecting at the moment, and I always think, like, because everyone's expecting it or it's happened before, does not necessarily mean it'll happen again. You have got to be aware of that, okay? Just the fact that here, like I said to you, look, you've had your little correction in September, this particular part of the chart just there, look, this rectangle, when we came sideways, we held the 20 in this trend line, and then we bounced, got the support. We had sort of 3 weeks of a rollover correction just there, and then we got the beautiful bounce, and from that point we've just absolutely sprung out, haven't we? And one of the most bullish things here is the fact that we closed last week higher than we ever have in the total market cap, okay, for crypto, which is really important, because you're breaking highs, you're breaking resistance. And what does it say to you? When you break resistance, you have targets to the upside. When you lose support, you have targets to the downside, and you need to hold them support targets, otherwise you roll deeper, okay? And just like here, you need to break these resistance points, okay, and get through them back to support, otherwise you come down to another key level support. Really is that easy. This whole game is a game of support and resistance. Break resistance, and you've got technical targets to the upside. Lose support, and you've got technical targets to the downside, using fibs, patterns, whatever you want to call it, Elliott wave, whatever. There's always targets, okay? And I do try my best to give them to you. So right now, for me, the fact that you're coming up right now on this high at 1 point, what is that? Roughly around there, where we wicked up there in May, wasn't it? Around about 2.56 trillion. The fact that right now we are starting to close, I mean, the weekend's not over. We do need to get the close on the Monday morning. I think it's late Sunday evening for most, isn't it? We get that close, that's amazing, because you're breaking that high, you're taking out that high. Now, as soon as you do that, for me, you have a target. You have a 1618 target. And for those of you who follow the channel, the 1618 target always gets met, doesn't it? It's such a high completion rate, okay? Obviously, you're going to come up, you run into that as resistance, fall back to support, resistance, support, potentially the 1272, come back up, break the 1414, and you're looking at the 1618 before you're looking at a major level resistance right there, okay? So yeah, I think you're looking extremely good, for Bitcoin. I think off this impulsive wave here, you can see you got really overextended. I mean, if we drop the fibs on this particular one at a previous bull run, and like I said to you, just because it's happened before does not necessarily mean it has to happen again. Always keep that in mind, okay? But you can see in September of the previous bull run, we actually rolled over, found support on the 20, and started to break out, didn't we? Once we broke that high, look at there, we broke the high, started to close above it, we were gone, went up a little bit, ran into the 1272. If I roll this over for you, you can see, look, just here, let me move it up a little bit for you. So you can see pretty much, let me get that wick bang on just there in it. So you came up, kept running into the resistance of the all-time high just there at the moment. That point in time, 28th of August was the all-time high. You corrected, you came down to a key level support, the 20. Like I've said to you, if you're holding the 20 on any time frame, you're an uptrend, my friend. Bounced off it, came back up, consolidated on the high, then you broke out. But what happened? You ran into the 172 and you had a correction down to the all-time high, held it as support, and then broke out, gave you that power. And at that point, you can see you ran into the 1414, melted through it, and then you just absolutely took off in space. You got beyond the 1618, the 2.72, and you got really overextended right there for crypto. So potentially this is what I'm looking at again. If we're looking at this sort of parabola mania blow off top right here for crypto over the next sort of couple of months, historically it has been, but it does not, honestly, it doesn't mean it will happen. You have to remember this. Just because it's happened before does not necessarily mean it's happened again, but everything that's happened before is happening right now, okay? So you can't ignore it, basically, but always be aware of the bear. One of the precursors for me of you entering a bear market here for crypto is losing this trend line. Okay, touch, 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 touch. If we come up, we run short and lose this trend line, for me that could be your bear market confirmation before anything else. Okay, because you can see it's a whopping uptrend that you're adhering to, and you're holding structure right here. And if you start to come up, hit that white line and roll, that's your bear market right there. Okay, and all our targets will get met. You know, that 11.77 trillion, that puts Bitcoin at 250k. Okay, if it shares the same market dominance as it does now. You know, so for me, you're breaking out this side, so you're looking extremely bullish. You're looking extremely bullish, and like I said to you, what's happened before is happening again, so we can't ignore that, but it does not give us a looking glass into what will happen. Do you understand that? You know, because it's all about support and resistance. So if we can continue to hold this high right now and close the week above it, this is really bullish for crypto, and we're moving into November, which is a really historically bullish month, the most bullish month for crypto. So if we can put in a huge impulsive wave over the next month, this particular 1618, putting the total market cap at 4.31 trillion for crypto, puts Bitcoin at 107k by the end of November. Okay, so that's potentially what could happen. You know, so watch this space. Again, roll over, lose this trend line, that could be a precursor to a bear market right there. Okay, so we're looking really good. You know, I'm seeing things taking off across the board, like I've shown you. You know, you've got huge horizontals that are breaking out. You know, even here you're in a technical target of a cup and handle, which I've shown you. You know, you've broken the high, so your technical target, if you look like there, you can see you're marching up above the 1414. You're in a technical target of a pattern, okay, as well as a technical target. You're already in a technical target of that because you've broken the high here, so you're well on your way. Look, that's your high, that's your level of resistance. You lost it just there, sorry. So by doing that, you can see that you're melting and you're marching towards the 1414 minimal. That's your technical target of a pattern. But with that, you're actually in a technical target of a 1618 fib, which always gets met. You've seen it does. You know, and these points are going to be resistance, just like this was here. I mean, if we drop the bars on from this previous break as well, and again, stipulate that just because it's happened before doesn't mean it'll happen again. But everything is. We've gone rectember. Look, you see this little roll over here. This was rectember, and I said to you, look, rectember's coming. Be careful. And you came back down. You held the 20. What happened here? You came back down in rectember. You held the 20, and you bounced. You held the 20 and you bounced. You ran into resistance at this high. You run into the resistance at this high, and what you've done, you've got for it. You've held it and back to support just there on that wick, like you did there, and then you took off in November. So let's, for example, say, you know, from here to here, we're going to go through a very similar sort of scenario here where we bounced off a 20 in September. You know, if we start to move up impulsively right now, like we did just there, look, you can see we're sort of mirroring it, aren't we? And this gives you your blow off top up here at 11.5 trillion for crypto by the end of the year, which, you know, around about January time, a little bit of overextension just there, you know, because we did get overextended from a 2.272 there as well, you know, and this is a 2.272 fib target, which I've had for crypto since we load out here. Okay, we came down in the bear, we load out, and we start to come back up, and because you created that buy and go to the beach signal just there, it allows you to drop your fibs onto the chart. I've taught you this much. Okay, so let me tidy this up and I'll show those for that have not seen this content before. This is how I laid out my fibs. Okay, and it's called a buy and go to the beach signal, and when you do that, you can see you put it on the top, the previous cycle top just there, and your bear bottom just there, and when you start to come up and you create that little beautiful signal there, that's a confirmation of the bull. Drop your fibs on and you'll see you come up and meet all these levels of resistance. Okay, so if I do this, you'll see, look, we ran into the 1618 and we come back for support of the 1272, held it like a boss, and right now we're marching towards these levels. Okay, we're marching towards a 2.272 up there, $11 trillion, and that's always been my target for crypto. And you can see we've had that monster third wave there. This was a wave 1, this is your wave 2, this is a wave 3, there's a wave 4, and right now you're putting in the legs for a wave 5. Okay, so yeah, it's all a game of support and resistance. Providing we can keep coming up and attacking that resistance, you're looking relatively bullish here and looking for a good couple of months ahead for crypto. But do anticipate that, you know, Bitcoin will just shoot off into space, and this is what it does. This is what it does, you know, and like I've said to you before, it don't hang around for too long, and when it starts to go, it starts to go. Okay, so get your positions loaded basically. But again, nothing I say is financial advice, okay? Nothing I say on this channel is financial advice. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? Providing we can hold the support right now. You can see that we're broken out of this high. Look, we've broken the high of this cup and handle pattern, okay? Broken that beautiful cup and handle pattern which I gave you when we was coming up here. So it's potentially going to form a cup and handle. I mean, it's a perfect cup and handle, that is. Look at that. It's a continuation pattern. Come back like that. There's your handle. There's your cup. You've broken that. As soon as you broke that, I said to you, look, you're going to come up. You're looking really, really bullish here. You've bounced off a key level support, the 20. Like I said to you, when you're in an uptrend, okay, you need to hold the 20. Right now, you've held it. When you're between the EMAs, you're consolidating, which is what this event was. You know, you broke out, boom, see you later. You're looking extremely bullish here. Extremely bullish. Does it mean it will continue? It will if you hold support, which is what you're doing right now. And it will if you break resistance, which is what you're doing right now. If you close the week above this high, okay? Look at that. You're currently above it. So if you get the close, wow, November could absolutely be explosive here for crypto, okay? Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. And thank you for the support in the channel. And thank you for your patronship. And thank you for all the really nice comments. And I'm never drinking again because I've got a big hangover today. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.